Welcome to Basically Sci-Fi, the short storytelling podcast where we tell stories you can basically call sci-fi. I'm Jared.
I'm Todd.
And I'm Adam.
And this week we have a story from me back on the Ark, headed towards a planet. Last time we pulled up short of their destination because, well, they don't know why yet.
Man, all this intrigue and murder going on aboard the Ark, though.
I mean, there was one death that nobody has noticed yet.
Allegedly.
Right. Kind of just dropped.
I mean, you say allegedly, but I made no indication that he wasn't killed.
Right. I know he's still alive in my heart.
Is this going to be your conspiracy theory? As I don't mention him for the next 10 episodes.
Yeah.
This is going to be my headcanon.
I've already decided what I'm going to do with that character in the future, so...
Have him make an appearance as some regurgitated...
As a fucking corpse?
Yeah.
Maybe. You'll have to wait and see.
Alright, I'm stoked.
It's going to be quite a few weeks from now.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm getting close to caught up with where I am story writing wise, but because I haven't been writing much recently.
Yeah. Lucky. Have you...
I mean...
I don't know.
I guess. I just haven't felt like it.
You've been busy drawing.
I've been busy with a few different things, both podcast and not podcast related recently, so my episode today is called Just Cop Things.
Ooh. Oh boy. I don't want to join that Facebook group.
Just Cop Things.
No, sir. Glorda, Plum, and Randall rushed to the bridge of the Ark. It had come to a sudden stop 2 weeks ahead of schedule, which would put them almost a light year away from their destination. The bridge had clearly been designed by a committee, with disparate design ideas scattered haphazardly around a room with a table for the officers to sit around and discuss events, though it had never been used for anything other than the coffee machine built into the side. The actual critical stations were spread all over the massive room. There were currently 3 bridge officers in the room already. The pilot, Brondo, was furiously pushing buttons while yelling at nothing and everything at the same time. The other 2 were sisters, Blinkus and Ted, one a navigator and the other a communications officer, promoted after discovering the botched contact with the swamp people in their first stop. She was much more suited to breaking down language on the fly than anyone, especially her predecessor, had any right to be. The sisters were at the communications station, talking to someone, so the trio that had just arrived went to them, ignoring the ranting pilot. "What is going on here?" Happel shouted, still uneasy about his earlier interaction with Glorda. But shouting at people always helped ease his tensions. "We've been stopped by a local police force. Apparently our ship's atmosphere has too much oxygen, and we're being classified as a narcotic," said Ted.
What?
"Let me talk to them. I'll get this all sorted out," Happel said in his typically domineering fashion, but Glorda wasn't having it. "No, you'll just shout at him. Your personality has taken an obtuse turn since Randall's death. You should probably go see a psychiatrist before interacting with anyone new." This shut him up for a second.
Ooh.
"Perhaps you're right. I will go do that," he lied. Instead, he left go plan Glorda's demise. She clearly knew too much. She didn't, and was planning to ruin him before they arrived on a new homeworld. She wasn't. Glorda opened communications with the aliens. "Hello, what is this all about?" "Well, as we told your underling, you guys seem to have loaded your ship with oxygen. Probably gonna go sell it to some poor souls that'll end up hopelessly addicted. You probably won't even care when we have to then go around beating those drugged up idiots.
God damn it.
Think of all the paperwork, the officer on the other end said, to some murmurs of approval coming from somewhere behind him. No, we need oxygen to survive. It's what we breathe. Okay, well, if that's the case, mix it with some hydrogen to neutralize its addictive properties and breathe that. Oxygen and hydrogen mixed make a liquid. We can't breathe liquids. Well then, add some more carbon to it. Does the same thing. That doesn't help either. Not my problem. Sort it out yourselves. Nah, fuck this dude, Plum interrupted. Tell you what, we'll keep going and not stop in your space. Then maybe we won't have to go take a shit on your doorstep.
What?
You tell him, Plum, I guess.
Oh, you're just as bad as Heppel. Fuck off, Glorda said, punching at him as he skulked back and said, "You're just going to let these guys dick us around like this? Mute communications real quick, Ted," Glorda said through gritted teeth, and Ted did as ordered. "What was your one contribution to this ship, Plum?" The robot personalities? No, it was the fucking cloaking device, you moron. Now go get that ready to activate. Oh yeah, good call. Plum went and got the cloak prepared, while Glorda went back to her conversation.
Is she still nude, by the way?
What? When was she... What? When
Isn't
was she
Florida
nude?
Isn't she one of the nudist scientists?
Oh yeah, I guess she is, but she doesn't... I mean, they don't go around without clothes on.
They're nude on the inside.
Forgot. I thought that was part of the deal. If they were like,
No, the
okay,
deal was that their quarters could be cloaked, but they had to wear clothes in public.
Okay. Okay. All right. I forgot.
Okay, look. We'll vent our oxygen and be on our way. Oh, I thought you couldn't breathe without it. So you're just liars, then, the officer said, thinking he had caught them in a logical trap. No, we'll just all die. An entire population of a planet will be wiped out because you want to micromanage other people's recreational habits. You're damn right we do. There are laws, and no matter how arbitrary or harmful to your personal being, they must be obeyed.
Good point.
Okay, well, we have to let our families know and prepare for their deaths. Give us a little time. Glorda didn't wait for a response. She just ended the call. What the fuck was that? I thought you were going to cloak and run. Ted started to panic. Calm yourself. We don't know their capabilities. And if they can track a cloaked ship, that would all be for nothing. We need to get the whole crew to put on oxygen equipment. I have an idea. Ted and Blinkus quickly went about contacting people, explaining the situation, and then explaining why putting on the equipment would not infringe on people's inalienable rights. But if this is a hill they want to die on, they can literally do so shortly.
Wow.
No, I love it. I love it.
Absolutely no parallel.
I love escapist fantasy.
None at all.
Yeah. I love how unrealistic.
I like to step into a world and forget mine for a few minutes.
Just to be wrenched back into it for a few more. Glorda went to Plum first, just to reassure herself that this plan could work. Is the cloak ready yet? She asked. Of course it is. Takes 2 seconds, you know. Alright, just making sure. Now, but Plum wasn't going to let her off that easy. What kind of defense mechanism would it be if it took time to boot up? Let me tell you, not much of one. Shut up and listen. I'm going to vent the oxygen from the ship. Go find an environmental suit and put it on. That sounds like a bad plan. It's not. They said we could keep the CO2, so the ship's air filtration system can convert that back into oxygen in a couple of hours. We'll be fine. But I need you standing by in case we need to get out in a hurry. No problem. I'll just get some of the maintenance bots in to watch in case I have to go somewhere.
No.
Then, as if they had been just lingering in the shadows, listening in on the conversation, 2 maintenance bots swaggered out in a manner that only sentient robots can manage, and said, "We're here to help. Where are the douchebags trying to kill everyone?" The first one asked. "Yeah, sounds like a laugh. Where do we sign up?" The 362nd one said. "You're not to use them as backup, Plum. Sorry, folks, but you can't be trusted on this one. That seems reasonable. Not trustworthy. You might be the kindest flesh wrapper on board, Glordy." 362nd one actually seemed to be appreciative, though whether he meant it or not was hard to tell, even for him. "Love you too, buddy. Hey, put that taser down. We don't have time for that right now." "Heartless bitch." The first one had tried to surprise Glorda while distracted. She was too quick for that. This did give her an idea, though. "Okay, so you want to be useful?" she asked the bots. Maybe. Depends on how many people we get to kill," the first one said. "Most likely none. There's some chance you'll be able to attack that ship if the cloak got it. Let's go fuck some space cops up." "Alright, use a small ship and shoot them up. Just make it back here in 20 minutes. Bots moved with purpose they had never known before, and with them out of her hair, Glorda set about making sure the crew was prepared for this maneuver. Surprisingly, there was no one shouting about their rights to not wear the oxygen equipment anymore. Everyone was, in fact, prepared. Happle followed Glorda as she made her way back to the bridge. "Why are you following me, Happle? Just go get your gear ready for this." "Well, I was thinking I could help you talk them down from this absurd viewpoint. I have some maintenance bots working on that. Thanks, though." Happle was getting frustrated. He needed a conceit for being on the bridge with Glorda when the oxygen was removed, but he couldn't think of something more plausible than trying to help. She must be aware of what he was doing. "Oh shit, I hope he doesn't try talking to them," Glorda thought to herself as Happle continued to follow her. She had a plan, and was sure it would work, but only if no one messed about with it, and she knew Happle would only do exactly that. She stopped walking and turned on him. "Time for you to turn around and go back to your plotting somewhere else, Happle. You can't be fucking this one up for me." Happle panicked. "It's come to that, huh?" "What?" Glorda was now confused. Did he think she was wresting control from him? "Look, I don't care about your position of influence with the community. I just want to..." "No! You just want to expose me. And for what? You liked Randall? Well, he wanted to expose me too, and look where that got him."
Jeez.
"Wait, what?" It all suddenly dawned on Glorda at once. She'd thought Happle was too grief-stricken to show up for his funeral and address everybody, and no one had known where he was during the accident, but they all just believed him when he said he was with the maintenance bots, and didn't believe them when they said he wasn't.
Well, that tracks. I mean, don't believe them.
Yeah. No, all this makes sense so far.
Yeah. It just didn't make sense. Are you saying you killed him? Why? What could you possibly gain from doing that? He was after my legacy. I couldn't let him steal the glory. The statues. Now I have to get rid of you, too. Happle reached for a knife on his hip, but Glorda kicked him in the back of the legs, and his knees buckled. He landed on the floor on a heap, but pushed himself upright, just in time to see, clearly, one of the maintenance bots break out its taser and knock him out. Thank you, Glorda said. What's your name? I'm the first one. Fuck, dude, we were just having a conversation a little while ago. Oh, sorry, but aren't you supposed to be out harassing the other ship? Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot going on today. Alright, well, help me tie this guy up. He can't be waking up and trying to kill me again. The bot produced some chains and a rope from a compartment, and it took everything Glorda had not to ask why he was carrying around chains and a rope. The answer would just be distressing. As if it had read her mind, however, the first one said with unbridled joy, "Ha, I told the 20th one these would come in handy sooner or later." Bot locked him up with a practiced hand, and they rushed back to the bridge. The sisters had returned first. Ted seemed to be trying to calm the traffic cop without much success. Yeah, that's our ship. Our maintenance bots. They don't like the idea of having to make repairs. Yes. I know they're shooting. Well, don't shoot back. They're likely to just get bored soon anyways. Yes. Yes. See, they're already losing interest. Just don't provoke them, and you'll be fine. See?
Right? De-escalate.
Damn, she knows us too well. If I still had my rope, I could have re-educated her about us, the first one said.
Re-education! Burn!
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to have a talk when all this is done. Ted, go get your suit on and strap in. Hello, this is Glorda again. There was a sharp intake of air from the other end. And then, about damn time. I'm tired of dealing with underlings. Now, vent your oxygen and we will be on our way. Very well. And Glorda did exactly that. She emptied all of the pure oxygen into space using a filter in the ship's hull plating. The atmosphere on board quickly became mostly nitrogen and carbon dioxide as alarms blared, warning of inevitable death and the like. And the plants in the botany deck got real excited and began furiously breathing, helping the filtration system and already replacing the displaced oxygen. There! Happy now? Glorda shouted at the cops. Took you long enough, didn't it? Looks like it's not so hard to breathe without it. And with that, he ended communications. Stupid cops never understand the situation. Just the letters of the law, Glorda said to the void of space. As the cop got set to leave the area, the 329th one came in and excitedly said, "Watch this, man." "What's this?" Glorda asked, as the cop ship exploded.
Yeah.
Ha! That was a good one, the bot exclaimed. Shit! Plum! Hit the cloak, quick! Glorda shouted into the intercom. What did you do? Well, their ship was designed by an idiot who put fuel supplies on the outside, one well-placed warhead, and that was the end of them. The Ark vanished as it gained speed, making their way to their next world. Next time.
Oh, jeez. Man.
Yeah, so that's my story.
Yeah, it was good. I like how you created this entirely unlikable fictional character called Cop. Right? Just no redeeming qualities.
No basis in
Very
reality.
unlikable.
This story today was way
Well
too
done.
fantastic for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely entirely based on reality.
And yet
But,
had the
you know.
most science in it.
Yep, a couple of references to different combinations of oxygen and other elements.
Yeah. And how plants breathe furiously.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it. It sounds
Plants-
good.
Plants do
Definitely.
breathe furiously. They basically
Yeah.
breathe all day long.
Yeah. That's all they do, lazy fucks.
Right? Cut it out.
Sit there breathing, standing. Get a job. Goddamn hippies.
Exactly.
And cut your hair. Ugh. I really enjoyed the political satire in this one this week. I feel like that's one of the beauties of science fiction and fiction in general, is that you can like hold a mirror up to people and show them how dumb they're acting. And I really do. I really do enjoy that, and I hope that we get some listeners who can then reflect on their own actions.
It was actually well done, though. It wasn't just like, and then the character Zornold Zump was, it wasn't.
Yeah, no.
It was more subtle than that, so it was very good.
Reference
Zornold Zump,
anyone, but
right?
Beyond,
yeah,
just cops being horrible, and
right.
And I did add the second line about people refusing to wear oxygen equipment.
Right. So that's what I was saying.
Once they realized they were literally going to die, they put on the masks,
If only that were true, but that is big.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That part, specifically. Because I'm still not sure if they would do it. Like, if this were humans right now, in a spaceship, traveling wherever, and they were told that they all had to put their masks on, I think there would be some that wouldn't. Because they're fucking stupid.
Oh, man. I mean, I'm imagining,
about the story, though, for a little bit. A little bit longer.
Back to the story. Yeah.
A little bit longer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very good satire this week.
I had plenty to say about
very, very Terry Pratchett of you, using satire.
Yes, he did use satire.
But it was well done satire. But also well done, like I was saying before, I liked the murder mystery aspect of it, and so there was a lot of tension there. I just really liked the scene of Happel following Glorda down the hallway, and I'm thinking, like, is she gonna confront him, or is this because okay, so
she still doesn't know at that point.
The theory that we have at this point, confirmed or not, is that the robots will eventually be on a planet by themselves with no fibulins or anyone there. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, is this the end of all life on the ship? Because the robots are going to end up on their own. So it's going to come eventually, I think.
Eventually.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Or the robots will be expelled. I suppose that's also possible. But man, the tension. Yeah. I was.
Yeah, with this story, we know that the robots are alone in another story in the future. Mm-hmm. So there is that where I was thinking, like, well, I guess Happel is just going to kill Glorda. Like that. Like I was actually expecting Happel to knife Glorda and not even not even say nothing, just walk over and like, Happel, what are you doing? He's like, I have a knife, and then he gets her, and and then I don't know, maybe the oxygen gets vented anyway, and then they all die together. But I'm glad that they're alive.
No, she dies from a tear in her spacesuit.
Oh God,
like that would have been relatively reasonable, something that could happen.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah,
so, would he get away with it again, or jeez?
I thought about all these things, but came to a different decision. Just because I wanted to do something else with another part of the story later on. So
that's awesome.
Kept them both alive.
Well, the thought processes were there, and that's very important. So I liked that a lot. Very well done.
Yeah, it's all.
It's just like when
working its way through.
Final Fantasy Crisis Core. You know Zach's not gonna make it, but you still root
I don't know
for
anything
him.
about it.
Or like when you're watching The Passion and you're like, man, I really hope this guy makes it.
This Jesus
like,
guy seems like a good
I'm
guy.
rooting
I hope
for
he
them.
gets what he deserves. A happy family and a chance to settle down and maybe have a farm.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I've said this before on the podcast, but you know, likable characters that you know are not gonna make it are a weak point of mine.
That's a fun trope to like subvert, though.
Yeah.
Like when you get someone's backstory and then they don't die. Now that's a surprise right there.
So the possibility is still there, right? As long as the possibility is still hanging there, then I'm invested. Definitely, I want him to make it.
Yeah, like I said, it's all a lot of that's been addressed. A lot of it hasn't. I've taken the story in a different turn recently, so you'll find out eventually. But you know,
as the climate and the political climate has been changing and your moods have been swinging, the stories have been getting lighter and darker, so
yeah, this one was definitely written peak election time. Last go around, peak COVID, peak election.
Yeah,
just frustrated.
You write so far ahead to the future. I don't know how you don't sit here and just spoil your stories for us in front of us. Like if I wrote that far into the future, I would
It's because
I would ruin my own stories.
It's because I avoid conversations like the ones you guys were just having. I just sit back and nod, which is real good for audio podcasting. You know.
If I was in your place, I'd be like, guys, you have no idea what happens to Glorda. Let me tell you what. No, I shouldn't have told you that. And that's what I would do.
Yeah. And just like how off mic, Adam's always asking me what's going to happen to people and what is his deal.
And then Todd's like, I can't tell you! Stop it!
Like, I can't. So, yeah. Very enjoyable story so far.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Any criticisms, or are we not even really doing that anymore?
I feel like we've been, shy to do real criticism, and I don't know how constructive that is for the podcast anyway. Like, how enjoyable it is to listen to, but
yeah.
Also, I'm not like really good at giving criticism because I don't know how to write.
I mean, the only criticism I would say is that the stories have been getting better. So,
subverting expectations again, are we? All right. Well, thanks for listening. You can like, comment, subscribe, all that stupid bullshit that nobody does because nobody listens in the first place.
Do that thing where you quote things that we said in the show and just like literally copy and paste it into the comments.
Yes,
do that.
Yeah, or something, or don't. Do what you want. It's like that picture I drew for Todd's episode that he just put up. Nothing matters. Do whatever you want.
Excellent points all around.
We'll see you next time with a story from Todd.
Yeah, thank you for saying it like George Carlin.
It could be about rabbits. I promise you, it is going to be entirely about rabbits. See you next time.
Yep, later.